Hello and welcome to Leicester, Massachusetts for the MVP Open at Maple Hill. Stop number 11 on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. We have got 2 more DGPTs left before the big finale. Get ready for some wicked good disc golf, folks. BigBarri commentary, Jeremy Koling, all Ulibarri.
Well, let's get into that Grip 6 low profile Ricky Wysocki. He's pretty good.
He's pretty good. He's a runner-up at this event multiple times and a champion here as well.
Justin Bilodeau hanging it loose.
MVP big-time superstar Justin Bilodeau.
Calvin Heimburg, pretty tall guy. He's taller than the trees. That's sweet.
And
Kyle Klein last year had his breakout tournament.
Yeah.
Fourth place finish.
One of the first times we got to see Kyle Klein play was at this event last year. Hole 1, folks. It's a doozy. Hold on to your hats. We've got a par 4, 842 feet. And it's just the most iconic starting hole there is in disc golf, I think. But big bomb off the tee pad. And from there, you have to hit this tiny gap out of bounds surrounding the entire green. Awesome.
My name's Steve Dodge. I'm from Leicester, Massachusetts, and I'm the tournament director of the MVP Open at Maple Hill.
The vice chairman of the Leicester Select Board, who's going to come out and throw the first disc. If he wants to say a few words, I'll let him do that too.
I want to thank all the disc golfers and the spectators for coming to Leicester and to Maple Hill for this event. This event, from what I'm hearing, does put Leicester on the map. So with no further ado,
Got it. Let's go. Let's hear it for John.
So Maple Hill is a family farm. My family's lived here probably since the 1800s. Bought the farm back then, and at one point the farm was over 400 acres. In the 40s, it became a Christmas tree farm. We sold maple syrup. We evolved away from the maple syrup and into disc golf. Now it's down to about 70 or 80, and we've got a beautiful disc golf course on it. Disc golf and Christmas trees are what we do. So I think it was 2003, I took a disc golf odyssey around the country, went to play the 150 best courses in the country to simply see what the best courses had to offer. What we learned was if you have tee signs and you have tee pads, you're on a good start, because back in those days they didn't all have tee signs and tee pads. We designed a really hard course right from the get-go, and very few people came to play. We decided to have a big tournament, and when the top players came, they loved it. And for the last 18 years, we've been tweaking this course. We built a red, white, and blue course so that we have a course for beginners and advanced players, and then we have obviously the diamonds and golds for the pros.
Steve Dodge, what an integral part of this piece of property.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the tee with our 104 group. Golfing first from Campobello, South Carolina, Ricky Wysocki.
Yeah. Thank you. We tee in first, or you can say everybody's name? We tee in first, and you say everyone's name, or? All right.
Without Steve at this event, I don't think that this is happening. His personality and everything about that guy is just a lot of fun.
What was Rick saying?
Yeah, a little bit.
He was asking if he was going to call the names out or he's going to call them as they tee off.
Oh, okay.
Justin Bilodeau.
You may remember Justin from the 2019 Utah Open, where he had a really great performance. Or because of his magical beard. I know him from both.
And that's a fine shot.
Yep.
You're going to see a lot of people kind of end up on that left side, making sure that they throw stable.
Florida, Calvin Heimburg.
The people who are going to take it straight on are the Calvins and the Rickies, who have the crazy power to where that pond really isn't even a issue in any way. But somebody with a little less power, if you turn it over, the pond does kind of come into play.
That's right. And Calvin's heading out there to the left as well. And I think what's going on here is there was a lot of headwind, and these or not a lot, but there was like an influence of headwind.
Klein.
And these guys were taking their most overstable disc to trust that they're not going to turn it over and maybe even get it to nosedive into the pond. So the mistake here is to go left. And Kyle's got a little more turn on that one. It's going to get a lot of distance, but the angle to the pin might be a little tough with the trees. It just really always depends on where your disc comes the rest. But all four are safe.
I'm guessing this is just a layup approach to the mouth.
And not much else you can do from there, and that's okay. You'd like to be a little bit closer to the entry, just to jump putt that up to the pin. Wow, what a great shot that was.
That was really good.
Yeah, really good illustration of how tricky it can be to be stuck behind some of these Christmas trees.
The angle control to throw something that stable, land it flat.
Must be a really overstable disc.
No, sit. Wow.
Oh my goodness, look at that redirection.
Oh my God.
You can't
First
believe.
available. That's not even...
Oh my gosh.
Just move it out of your way. Sit. Sit.
Kyle getting aggressive. Wow, look at that to the inside line.
What are these guys on?
I don't know, the birdie stuff. Oh,
He just makes it.
I
Chain.
know.
Yeah, it's like,
For
whoa,
real.
calm
Start
down.
for him on the
Oh, yeah,
second
you probably
hardest
just
hole.
happen to swipe it back behind you.
This is a tough course, folks. This is
Yeah,
a
no,
really hard course. Second hardest hole is saying a lot at a 4.44 average. See if Calvin can get things started right. He can.
Good three.
What an awesome approach.
I like the way he played it because having that angle, even if he didn't hit the opening, he's hitting the rocks. He's probably not out of bounds.
It's low enough. Yeah, correct.
So just all around smart play, and then Ricky hit first available, bird.
You're not going to see another card play this one 3 down, especially not first round. Maybe you might see one last round when everybody's all tied to the top, but that is an awesome start there. I feel like we should just call to start for him. Hole 2, par 3, 381 feet. It's up about 20 feet. It's a very difficult gap to hit. Backhand turnover is the best line to open up that gap there, and there is an OB rock wall to the right.
Sometimes you'll see some rollers.
Turn more.
That's the common mistake right there. Hitting these early trees, dropping down somewhere near the creek. Just trying to stay away from that OB rock wall. No surprise Calvin going eagle here, but this one looks a little bit wide.
And it's super muddy down there.
A lot of mudfoot. Probably the muddiest I've seen this course in many, many years.
Yeah, we had a crazy windstorm or rainstorm come through.
Hurricane Ida, as you see that not really affect Kyle's roller. Over the mud, over the creek, and up there near the green.
Safety first for 3 of the competitors, and then Kyle also with the safe play in the roller.
Yeah, the roller really is a nice, safe play to avoid that out of bounds, but you were just kind of rolling the dice whether it gets across that creek and misses everything else.
Oh, really? That was horrible.
Justin with a nice... Was that Justin or was that Calvin? That was Calvin. So Justin made it through the backside on the left. It's a low ceiling from there. Wow, great effort from that. Low ceiling.
Yeah, that was a rocket.
Yeah. for the rocket scientist. Oh, a little low. And Justin's day job is he's like literally a rocket scientist. So he's the smartest guy on the card, and Calvin Heimburg's on the card with a chemical engineering degree from University of Florida. Or at least he has the...
Yeah, I wonder what kind of conversations those two have together.
Oh, I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even be able to understand it. Just sciences and theories. What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, and the other stuff too. Interesting stuff.
Hole 3, Paul, what's up?
412 feet. I mean, straight down the craziest tunnel ever. You're going to have to throw something that bends barely from left to right, skips up onto this little hill, hopefully gives yourself a putt. If you don't hit this tunnel exacto,
Oh, wow.
no chance. And this is it.
Yeah, that's Ricky throwing the Invictus to perfection. That's absolutely... You cannot
Thank you.
design it better.
It's harder than that.
Yeah, that's a good point. It is harder than that. But he's really been liking throwing this Invictus with a good bit of Anheuser. And don't expect your Invictuses to turn over because they're quite overstable, but Ricky's beating this one up.
Thank you.
Pretty nice. Calvin going fairway driver, and this one is pulled left. And if this kicks left, yeah, that's bad, 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 bad. He may be far enough up the fairway that he can find some gaps. But those early trees that kick left are just par ruiners.
There's a good kick to the back to the fairway.
And Justin a little late on the turn, but actually working out perfectly. That stumps
No, it doesn't.
about 75, 80 feet.
No, did you work with Seth at all?
Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
Got through, hit one branch, but
Yeah.
circle's edge. He's good at circle's edge putts. I've seen him make a couple of those. One already this round, so he's already warmed up.
Yeah, he's already good. He's probably thinking of quantum mechanics and... Ooh, little left, but a good run. And it's still... I think Calvin's going to be next because Ricky is just parked. It's about 45 feet. And just a bit low, but right on line as always. Calvin never misses left or right. That's one thing you'll see about with his putt.
Yeah, very rare. It's
Yeah,
like,
I don't think I've ever seen him just whiff it unless it's like crazy long. You get that by having a nice pendulum throw from the core straight to the target. Clean release will get you right on line as Ricky taps in his birdie and Justin saves his par. Calvin will finish the hole with a bogey.
Thank you. Thanks.
Moving along to hole 4, it's par 3, and it's 247 feet straight down this hill, probably in about 30 feet of elevation drop. Right behind the basket, there is a little wall to stop the disc from going in the pond, but it's just got to hit this initial gap. They took away that right side Anheuser, forcing the players to go up the gut, and Ricky has done his pig to the green, and he's off to a good start.
yeah, this gap is also tighter than it appears. Very tight.
Kyle pulls it, but gets a glancing blow, so he makes his way down the fairway.
Yeah, that's runnable.
Not the worst result.
Jumpies.
Yeah, you'll see this from time to time.
Oh, nice little rock there. Nice shot.
A Heiser jump
Shot,
putt, nearly all the way down there to where Ricky's forehand pig. Look at this sidearm flip-up turnover from Calvin.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Don't think I've ever seen him throw that type of shot before. All right.
That's it.
Oh. So that'll move its way all the way down to the wall. Probably 28-foot comeback putt for the par.
Wonder how many times Bilodeau's
Oh.
dropped that putter with that warm-up routine.
He'd be the scientist to tell you. I don't know. I can't calculate stuff like that off the top of my head. It's 6:30 in the morning.
He literally like pops it into his other hand. He needs to calm down. Good putt. Keep doing it.
Doesn't? Yeah, exactly. He's drawing metal every time. Ricky with a slightly obstructed putt. Does he have to go through these two trees?
I think he's just straight on.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. Thanks, dude.
3 down through 4. Ricky is off to the races here. This is a course that he has been so comfortable in the past. Calvin, Heimburg. That hurts so much. You know how important these early birdies are, and you must grab them.
And hold on tight.
Yeah, you can't afford to miss a putt like that on this. The front 9 is the scoring section of this course. And so is the back 9. But I feel like there's just a few more opportunities to get those early birdies. A little more rare in the back 9. Hole 5, par 3. 258 foot over the wall. Or over the water.
Oh, go.
And hopefully over the wall.
Yes, because all OB shots go to a drop zone that is not exactly a really fun drop zone to go to.
No, and that barely made it in right there. He hits that bush and bounces back. I don't think there's a wall that's that far back, and so it's very easy to just go right out of the bounds.
Oh, and this is on the other wrong side of the wall. So that will be out of bounds for Kyle.
And this has the height, should be just fine.
Oh, this is, I was thinking ace run for a second, but instead it's just parked. That was beautiful.
It sounds like fun over there.
This is nice and high and wide and swinging in to edge of the circle. That'll be about 25 feet left for Calvin. There you can see what the drop zone looks like. So Kyle parked that one.
That's a friendly little bush today.
Yeah, it certainly is.
Sunday, that's bouncing straight back in the drink.
There you go.
Making the adjustment nicely. Calvin putting back of the water, making his birdie putt. Oh, no.
Spin it first.
Some frustration here on the green.
Come on, man. What are you doing? Freaking give me.
So you're seeing the double bogey there. And that's because there's a little bit of an interesting thing happening here on the green. I'll explain what happened. Kyle Klein throws from the drop zone, gets up there, and finds out that his disc was actually in bounds the whole time. So he was given a practice throw for playing the wrong lie from the drop zone and tapping that putt out. He ended up playing from where his disc was in bounds with 2 practice throws, and he tapped in his 3. So really tough break there. Could have actually taken... Okay, they're talking about it.
But definitely
Do we have a marshal that we can call?
Well, it don't matter now. We have to wait till later.
Okay.
Yeah. But so yeah, we can put it in there, and then whatever you put in, we're gonna have to make sure we get it right later.
Yeah, most likely, and worst case scenario is a 6.
Calvin turns his drive on 6 over, but I think he's actually beaten the corner and stayed in bounds.
So Calvin thinks that he took a 6, and with all those degrees, ain't gonna help you much now, buddy. Welcome to regular
Regular
people's-
math?
Yeah, regular people. I can't talk.
2 + 2 is chicken.
Justin.
Sneaking up on the sidearm there, going really high.
Yeah, if this stays in bounds, it's a great break.
Yes, it is. And that will work out right there in the middle. So Kyle will need to compose himself. That is always a tough thing when you're told you're out of bounds. You have to assume that the spotter is giving you the right call. And you know, it's a tough situation for the spotter as well. Oh, look at that break. That's one way to recover from a situation like that. But yeah, you're supposed to call provisional, but you can't think that you're actually in bounds in that situation. It's just never a bad idea to call provisional.
What a shot. Yeah, totally.
That's a laced jump putt from Bilodeau. Well done.
Any par on this hole is just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. This is the most difficult hole here at Maple Hill. And as you hear,
By the way, they're clapping.
you're hearing the 8 holes, as they call themselves. We'll see them in just a moment.
Yeah, to take a par on this hole, it just feels like a birdie. Does. Totally feels like a birdie.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, he had to split those 2 trees.
Incredible. Incredible birdie. 1 of 6 on the day with a 144 player count. That is 4% of the field. Andrew Marweed, Lance Brown, Tristan Tanner, Terry Roethlisberger, and Eric Oakley, the other 5 players to do so.
I'm guessing all sidearms.
Yeah, it's a special. Yeah, I'm sure. All right-handed sidearm players there. I mean, there's really no other way to get down. I mean, the backhand turnover can sometimes get you a look, but that is a 4-hand dominant hole. Hole 7, par 3, 374 feet. Once again, up the hill, over the road, this access service road here. Early kicks can be devastating as those trees open up some gaps off the fairway, but it is a lot of really tiny gaps. You're most likely going to see a backhand fairway driver. Flip up down the right side and a hard kick left. It looked like there was a second kick to kind of keep him somewhat near the fairway.
Laced.
Just beautiful. And was that a rock?
Thank you.
I'm going to say no because I refuse to say that's the play.
321 feet off the tee, so that's going to leave him 53 feet.
Oh, nice. Wow. Pinball whiz.
Go in.
Oh, the enemy at the gates. The very last tree. And you weren't kidding. That was an ace run if that misses that last one. I can't even imagine an ace on this hole, really. It seems kind of impossible. And I think I was very wrong about that second kick.
Nice shot.
Looked like Kyle kicked all the way to the left, but is able to get out of there seemingly unscathed.
Bilodeau on the longest par streak, but that's okay.
Yeah, it is. Any score around par at Maple Hill is a great score. But you would like to get a couple insurance birdies here on the front 9. And Ricky's going to have to save his par now from back edge of the circle.
Great height. Maybe a little obstructed down there on his swing.
Ricky over the rim and in
Thank you.
on this beautiful early fall weather day. It is in the upper 60s, kind of exactly what you'd imagine up here in Massachusetts at this time of year. It's beautiful.
Hey guys, I'm Garrett from the Disc Barn, and this is Emmett. Let's call him co-owner. Here at the Disc Barn, we make sure every disc is taken care of during its stay. Once the disc arrives, we do our little glamour shot, then place them in a nice baggie to keep them safe from any damage. Once a disc is ordered, your disc will be pulled from our inventory, placed safely in a nice, cozy box at no extra cost. So go online today to thediscbarn.com. Shop all our recent restocks, browse your favorite brands, and even check out our apparel. We're excited to send some new plastic your way.
I'm Paul Ulibarri with today's Bushnell hole breakdown. You can find the Edge Disc Golf Rangefinder at the link in the description. Hole 8 at Maple Hill is a tough one, and the reason is water. Lots of water. Let's see how it plays out.
Come on, again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's also OB on the right and long and left. And that's the OB right.
And you have to deal with all these people back here. But they're a very friendly bunch of...
Very friendly people.
Very friendly bunch of guys and girls. Just loving to watch the disc golf. Go.
Ricky Wysocki parking it. Beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
That is so far to throw a mid-range. Like it was a total mid-range shot, but they moved it back good 70 feet or something.
Yeah, this has been pushed back. I think you're right, about 70 to 80 feet.
Get up, 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 up. Skip off the water. Oh, it didn't need to.
And stay safe. That was spinning in place for a minute.
Didn't know what action it was going to get. Nice shot.
Calvin going with the eagle.
And Statmando was out here in full force taking statistics of so many different categories. How many right-handed backhand players there are. How many forehand players, lefty and righty. Don't. Okay, it stays in bounds.
Talk about drama. I think you hit that last tree.
So this is a very scary drop zone. You now have about 55 feet downhill back towards the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to him.
And these, ladies and gentlemen, are the 8 holes. It's a ruckus bunch out here in Leicester. Probably the 6th person to make the drop zone putt. I love that. That's incredible.
Got it.
Oh, wow. Some highlights right now. Let's go.
It's a good way to get off the par train. With a little 45-footer on the stripe. What a putt. He's got a good putt.
He's got a great jump putt and a good long distance like slinger. Like he has a lot of power on his putt. Calvin low once again, and that has been his mistake as of late. When he misses putts, rarely too high.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.
I wish I had some time to go over all the stats that they sent me here for the hole, but it's interesting stuff. Definitely check out statmando.com. They've got some really interesting things coming in store for all sorts of stats and player stats and analysis. It's cool stuff. Hole 9, par 4, 411 feet, up and over the ridge, down to a blind landing zone. From there, you cross the wall, little creek in the way, elevated basket, forehand and backhand turnover.
Don't hit that. Thank you.
Last year, was it a par 3?
Thank you a lot.
It was a par 4 last year.
It
As soon
was.
as they
Okay.
elevated the basket, they changed it from a par 3, and
Thanks a
Ricky
lot
is
for that
not
tree, for moving out of the way.
going to like the result of that little roll.
No, at this point he thinks he's in a money zone.
Yeah, and he kind of should be. But that's the way hillsides are. You would never imagine pushing the left side of the fairway like Ricky did that would end up where it is.
You still going thummies here?
Yeah, thummer's I think
it's a good play. The way it shapes, it kind of sometimes even rolls all the way down to the bottom.
Well, when you're going uphill with a backhand or a forehand, you're putting the nose up angle, which kind of has a little parachute effect on the disc. With a thumber, as it's turning and twisting, it's actually still maintaining its forward momentum.
Nice shot.
As you can see, this is just going to come. That's a beautiful shot.
Wow.
Not going to see many better backhands than that.
Oh, it's hard to get it down though. Without...
The thumber continues to maintain its forward progress all the way through the flight.
Ricky says, look at you go with that mid-range, Calvin. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Okay, this could get ugly. Because he's going for the good stuff. Sit.
Oh, actually, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that was a full send, though.
Was it? Well,
I think so.
Said someone's in here.
But yeah, that's a good thing he got that insurance birdie on 8 because it's looking like a bogey here on 9. Kyle wants nothing to do with anything aggressive.
This is a delicate little approach into tiny green. Really easy to push this left. Exactly what he's doing here. And then when that happens, you got circle's edge on the highest basket you've ever seen in your life.
It's just... oh, the highest basket anyone's ever seen.
Feels like it.
Oh, wow. Ricky did not chill on his aggressiveness or on his aggression.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we get to have some fun with their little putts. I'm glad it's not me, and I'm glad it's not you, Jer.
Well, Calvin is not having fun there. He is from one of the best drives you're going to see to just putting it straight OB. And I guess the debate for the group is, did it cross that corner of the wall? I think it probably did. Another example of Bilodeau's gunslinger putt.
Scaled. Scaled guy.
He's very skilled. Nicely done.
Not that hard, man.
Good par save for Kyle. Were we saying skilled or scared?
I was saying scared like in a little kid voice.
Yeah.
Calvin, that's not a happy par for Calvin Klein. For Calvin Klein. Oh my God, we have Calvin and Klein on the same card right now.
Yeah, not a good bogey for Justin Wysocki. Either.
Front 9. Look at this Joel Freeman start, 5 under, leading the way. A bunch of players at 4 and some others at 3. Ricky off to a good start, but not capitalizing on all of his birdie opportunities. That could have been also a 6 down for Ricky. So we'll see how this back 9 shapes up. There's a lot more open golf, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's easier.
No, this place doesn't tend to trend in the easy direction ever.
No. Thank you to the Founders Club. First round, back 9 coming right up.